What's going on with Alfa Romeo? Resto-Mods, supercars, and hybrids on the way. Alfa Romeo is one of those brands that always seems to be hanging around the edge of the spotlight. Sometimes they shine, sometimes they go quiet, but they never disappear. In the US, they came back with a bang about 10 years ago, when the Giulia sedan arrived and even won Motor Trend's Car of the Year. Then we got the Stelvio SUV, and later the Tonale. But after that, silence. For a lot of people, Alfa faded into the background. Well, here's the news. Alfa isn't done with the US market yet. In fact, there's a lot happening behind the scenes. We're talking refreshed SUVs, new versions of their classic cars, a growing resto-mod business, and even another supercar. The big picture? Alfa is reworking its lineup for the future: gas, hybrid, and eventually electric. Let's break it down. First up, a refreshed Tonale. If you've noticed, America is obsessed with SUVs. So, no surprise here. The Tonale and Stelvio are Alfa's best sellers right now. The Stelvio is getting old, but the Tonale is still pretty fresh at only 3 years old. To keep it interesting, Alfa will launch a refreshed Tonale for 2026, with production starting in November. The new version will include a special Sports Speciale trim, which builds off the current Veloce model but adds extra features, unique paint, and special trim touches. Think of it as Alfa's way of keeping things stylish and fun. If it sells well, the same idea will probably hit the Stelvio and Giulia too. Alfa's new resto-mod business. Here's something cool. Alfa already has a factory restoration program for their classics, launched in 2022. Now they're stepping it up with a factory resto-mod program. What's the difference? Instead of just restoring old cars to factory specs, Alfa will also modernize them with new parts and upgrades. Don't expect them to mess with ultra-rare exotics. Instead, the focus will be on more common models: sedans, coupes, convertibles, cars enthusiasts actually have in garages. On top of that, Alfa will set up a new parts program, similar to Mopar's Direct Connection. That means genuine replacement parts, factory performance parts, and officially licensed aftermarket goodies. Basically, Alfa wants to keep your classic Alfa alive and give you a way to make it even better. Another Halo supercar. Remember the jaw-dropping 33 Stradale supercar? That project was such a hit that Alfa's special projects team, Bottega Alfa Romeo, is already working on a follow-up. According to insiders, the new car is about 80% complete and should be shown to potential buyers later this year. The public reveal is expected in 2026. Like the 33 Stradale, the next car will pay tribute to a historic Alfa but with a modern twist. Rumor has it this one could be based on Maserati's Gran Turismo. The catch? Don't expect a manual transmission. Alfa executives explained that building a manual today is insanely expensive. Certification and development costs would add 20 to 50% to the price of the car. On a multi-million-dollar supercar, that's a hard sell. Still, Alfa hasn't completely closed the door. Maybe someday, on a crazy one-off project, a manual could return. But not this time. The long wait, new Stelvio and Giulia. Here's the part longtime Alfa fans care about most. The Stelvio SUV and Giulia sedan are finally due for replacements. Both cars are nearly a decade old and have only gotten light updates over the years. Alfa knows they're outdated, but new versions are coming. It's just taking longer than expected. Originally, the plan was for the Stelvio to be revealed this year, followed by the Giulia, and both were supposed to go fully electric. But here's the twist. EV demand isn't growing as quickly as Alfa thought, especially in the US and Europe. So, Alfa hit pause. Instead of going EV only, the new Stelvio and Giulia will come with gas, hybrid, and plug-in hybrid options. That decision has pushed back the launch, possibly until late 2026. In the meantime, the current cars will keep soldiering on with special edition trims each year, different feature bundles, paint colors, and cosmetic tweaks to keep buyers interested. What it all means. So, where does that leave Alfa Romeo? In a bit of a transition period. On one hand, they're refreshing the Tonale and keeping their bread and butter SUVs alive. On the other, they're building excitement with Resto-Mod projects and another Halo supercar. And eventually, we'll see brand new versions of the Stelvio and Giulia that aren't just EVs, but hybrids and gas-powered cars, too. In short, Alfa isn't retreating. They're retooling. For fans of the brand, that's good news. Whether you're into old-school classics, high-tech Resto-Mods, or future hybrids, Alfa Romeo has something cooking for you.